There comes a moment in every life when the noise becomes unbearable. When the world pulls you in 1,000 directions and yet a quiet voice inside whispers, "You are losing yourself." Most ignore that whisper. They drown it with comfort, distraction, and excuses. But a few, very few, choose a different path. A path of discipline, a path of clarity, a path that demands the death of who you were, so something stronger can rise. This is the path ancient warriors walked, and today, you will walk it too. Every morning, without realizing it, we step onto a battlefield. Not against swords or armies, but against doubt, fear, and the invisible weight of expectation. Most people fight blindly. They react, they panic, they crumble. Not because the world is too heavy, but because their inner foundation is too weak. In the old Japanese schools of discipline, masters would say, "A scattered mind is already defeated." This video is not about motivation. It is about transformation. The forging of a mind that does not flinch, does not fold, does not run. A mind like the old warriors possessed. A mind built deliberately and sharpened daily. Musashi once wrote, "The way is in training." Not in inspiration, not in comfort, not in waiting for the perfect moment. Training. To the samurai, training wasn't an event. It was air. It was water. It was the quiet discipline of showing up every single day, especially when the heart resisted. Modern life hides this truth. We think strength comes from talent, or confidence, or some spark of genius. But true mastery is built in the unseen hours, the repetitions no one praises, the effort no one watches, the discipline no one celebrates. When you rise early even when tired, when you return to the task even after failing, when you choose consistency over comfort, you are sharpening yourself. Not for others, but for the battles you cannot yet see. In Eastern philosophy, this is called keiko, returning to the origin. Every repetition brings you closer to the person you were meant to become. Training is not what makes you strong. Training is what makes you undefeatable. The second principle is subtle. See both damage and benefit in everything. A wise warrior doesn't swing his sword blindly. He evaluates. He measures. He understands that every move has a consequence. Modern life is filled with traps disguised as pleasures. A night of distraction, a shortcut, a comfortable lie. Pleasant in the moment, destructive in the long run. Likewise, some experiences sting, discipline, discomfort, delayed gratification. Yet they forge resilience, clarity, and power. Most people judge only the surface. They chase quick relief and become prisoners of impulse. But the warrior sees further. Before acting, he asks, does this strengthen me or weaken me? Does this build the future or sabotage it? What is the true cost of this decision? Every choice is a blade. Used wisely, it cuts a path forward. Used foolishly, it cuts your own footing. Strategic living is not cold, it is powerful. It is choosing long-term victory over short-term comfort. The third principle feels almost mystical, yet it is deeply practical. Perceive what cannot be seen. Samurai didn't survive through strength alone. They survived by reading the energy of a room, the intention of an opponent, the shift of wind before a strike. This was not magic, it was awareness, a sensitivity built from presence. Most people walk through life half asleep. They miss the tone behind the words, the tension behind the silence, the opportunity hidden in a small gesture. Developing perception means learning to listen, not with your ears, but with your attention. It means recognizing the moment to advance, the moment to retreat, and the moment to stay still. In Zen, this is called kan, seeing the essence beneath the surface. In your life, this translates to reading the room at work, predicting problems in relationships, sensing when a habit is slowly destroying you. When you perceive beyond appearances, You stop reacting blindly and start moving with precision. Musashi taught that one technique never wins every battle. Rigid warriors die early. Flexible warriors endure. Adaptability is not weakness, it is intelligence. It is the capacity to shift strategy without losing purpose. Life changes. Markets change. Relationships change. You change. Yet most people cling to outdated identities, old habits, and dead routines. They wonder why life feels heavy. It is because they carry yesterday into today. Adaptability is the art of letting go. Letting go of what no longer works. Letting go of the version of yourself that can no longer take you forward. The bamboo survives storms because it bends. The rigid tree snaps. Strength is not the absence of flexibility. It is aligned flexibility. There is a moment in transformation when everything becomes clear. You are not fighting the world. You are fighting the part of you that avoids becoming who you could be. This is the real enemy. Not fear itself, but your obedience to it. Not discomfort, but your escape from it. The monster mindset is not brutality. It is presence. It is clarity. It is the ability to remain steady while others collapse under pressure. It is the quiet confidence that makes weak intentions tremble. Not because you intimidate others, but because you have mastered yourself. When you stop running, the world senses it. When you stop escaping, your identity begins to change. When you confront the inner enemy, the outer world rearranges. This is where transformation happens. Not in comfort, but in confrontation. A warrior's life is not defined by victories. It is defined by practice. By returning to the path again and again and again, you will stumble, you will lose focus, you will fall. That does not matter. What matters is the next step, the return, the recalibration. Every day is a whetstone, sharpening you, polishing you, preparing you. And with each return, you become less like the person you were, and more like the person you were meant to be. If this message resonated with you, don't just agree with it, live it. Apply one principle today, then return tomorrow. The way is built step by step, and if you wish to continue walking this path, you know where to find me.